What's up, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a game I played um, where my opponent and I couldn't stop from making blunders. In this game, I brought back the London, so it starts with d4, and then I go bishop f4, and then I move pawn to e3 to set up the basic position. He did move up his pawn to d6 to block my bishop's diagonal. So that's the way he defended against it. He then moved up his pawn one square. This would prevent my knight from ever being able to advance. So he was really defending well against the London early. I played a decent opening. It's too early to tell, of course, but I played a decent opening. And he defended against it well, so it looked like it was going to be a good game. So at this point here, I wanted to push, and then I was hoping he would take, allowing me to bring my knight closer. Instead, he pushed. He tried to kick the bishop, so I just moved it back one square. Then he brought out his knight to try to pressure the pawn and take over the d5 square. So then this is where I just decided to make the trade. And then I move the queen up to d4 to try to pin this knight to the rook. To protect, he wanted to protect his knight and put his bishop in a diagonal with the queen. So what I did was I moved the queen 2 squares to the left to b4. This might not have been the best idea because later my queen would get trapped. Lately in games, I've actually been having my queen get trapped a lot, so yeah, that's been happening. He then pushed his pawn to b5. Oh, I forgot to mention that another reason why I moved the queen here was to try to get the free pawn here. So you defend against that by pushing. Next, he started pressuring the queen, and now the queen's backed into a corner. So he actually got into a pretty good position. He has the queen trapped, and he even wait. What did he do here? So he pushed with his pawn. It was sort of a fork. It pressured the queen and the knight at the same time. Obviously, I'm going to protect the queen in this situation. But what I also did was I set up the queen so that it could take this knight right here, not only making it an even trade, but it would also check the king and allow me to take back the pawn. And if he moved the queen, I would be able to take this knight or this rook. He decided to defend against this the uh, instead of taking the knight. So when I moved the knight here, and it looks like I tried to make it look like I was blundering. I tried to make the move relatively quickly. What I was thinking was that he would be just thinking free knight, would take here. I would move my queen to take the rook, and I would get a free rook out of this, or in this case, a rook for a knight. He was very too clever for that. Instead, he castled, and right now, not only when he takes with the pawn, not only will I lose the rook, will I lose the knight, but I can't take his rook because the castle has set up protection for the rook there. So make end up trading, and and then began pushing, and I guess and right now I have tons of support for here for this pawn. But I decided to take this pawn here instead. The check here forces me defended, and now I'm pushing these pawns. And right here, when I made this move here, I was hoping that he would bring the knight here, or the rook here, and allow me to fork him. And that's exactly what happened. So at that point, he resigned, and it was a very sloppy game on my part, but I still somehow managed to win. So if you want to see more of this content, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure to stick around for more videos.